construction worker accidentally stepped on a hammer and, to his horror, watched it slide down the roof. It struck a loose bolt, which then fell and knocked out a passing pedestrian. Meanwhile, a homeless man was dragging a manhole cover down the street when he bumped into a rock that had been blocking a vehicle's wheel. A fuel tanker started rolling backward down the slope and smashed straight into a car carrying the American ambassador. The impact ruptured the fuel tank, spilling gasoline all over the vehicle. At that exact moment, the homeless man flicked away his cigarette butt. What seemed like random accidents were actually part of a demon's carefully orchestrated plan, and it all traced back to a little boy named Damien. Damien had never been sick a day in his life, but that didn't make him lucky. Quite the opposite. Other children saw him as a freak. Parents wouldn't let their kids go near him. Even animals kept their distance. That's because on the day he was born, a meteorite had crashed to Earth, and ancient scripture had prophesied its arrival. The meteorite symbolized evil, a sign that a demon was coming, bringing with it an unprecedented catastrophe. Around the same time, diplomat Robert's newborn son had died shortly after birth, and complications from the difficult delivery meant his wife might never be able to conceive again. A priest led Robert to another delivery room where there was a baby born at the exact same time as his son. The child's mother had died in childbirth, and he had no other family left. At the priest's urging, Robert decided to raise the baby as his own and kept the truth about their biological son's death hidden from his wife. Under Robert and his wife's care, Damien grew up healthy and happy. When the head of the embassy died in an accident, Robert naturally stepped into his position. Robert had reached the peak of his career, but on Damien's 6th birthday, everything changed. During the birthday party, while everyone was celebrating, a large dog suddenly appeared, and there was something unsettling about it. After locking eyes with the dog, the nanny lost control of herself. She walked up to the rooftop, muttered some strange words, and then jumped from the party. Everyone was stunned by what had happened. A photographer covering the event quickly snapped pictures of the nanny's crazed behavior. Robert rushed over and pulled his son into his arms, but Damien remained eerily calm, even waving at the dog. The next morning, reporters swarmed the embassy gates. Damien's birthday party and the nanny's bizarre suicide made front-page news. Soon after, a priest tracked down Robert. He claimed to know that Damien was adopted, but warned that Damien wasn't an ordinary child. He was a demon. He even told Robert that Damien's real mother wasn't human at all, but a jackal. Robert had never told anyone about the adoption, but he refused to believe it. He called security and had the priest thrown out like a madman.